Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We come to you live every morning, every weekday morning, with Torah, music, blessing, and community. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today is March 17th, 2025. In one day, it will be 5 years of Torah every single weekday morning. What an incredible blessing it has been to be part of this ongoing and growing, beautiful and meaningful and mutually supportive community. Adele, it's good to see you. Nancy Booker, Tove, hi Susie, hi Amy. I hope everyone is doing well, that you are experiencing maybe a little bit better weather than we have here in New York City. It's a little bit gloomy today. But let's see who's here so we can start the day together. Janice and Arlene, Peter, Booker, Tove, Kim, good morning. Dale and Barbara, good to see you too. Jerry and Joyce. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Amy. Hi, Barbara. Sending love to Rome. Wow, I don't know if we've been in Italy before. Very nice. Lydia, you're on your way to a medical appointment. Please God, everything should go well. Let's take a breath, everyone. Let's sing a bracha. Deborah, you're finishing your family's favorite Irish lamb stew later today. That's awesome. Okay. Arlene, you are going to Israel this afternoon to go to an Israeli cousin's wedding. That is the way to start the day. Thanks for carrying us with you. Here we go. La 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 la. La 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 So good morning, everyone. It's so good to see you. It is broadcast 1262. It is day 528 since October 7th, and it is also one day short of 5 years of Torah every single day. So tomorrow, I hope that you'll join us regular time. Today was a little bit later. Tomorrow, regular time for our 5-year anniversary. Can't wait to share that with you. I want to dedicate today's Torah in honor of my beloved father, Rabbi Gary Creditor. I was blessed to be with him and the community that he served for decades as rabbi in Richmond, Virginia, Congregation Bethel, Temple Bethel in Richmond, whose Rabbi Rachel Salston, was so gracious to give us the chance to launch my father's book called Manifest Decency, which is a real description of who he is. The video is available on their YouTube. It was extraordinary, and today's Torah is both in his honor and describes some of what I have learned from him, certainly witnessing it last night. We're near the end of the book of Exodus, the book of Shemot. There's a double portion. We don't read it as a double this year, but often they're together, VaYakhel and Pekudei. And when we get to VaYakhel, it is really an incredible moment where we have already been given the instructions 3 and 2 Torah portions ago in Truma in Titzaveh. Oh, Abba, you're here. I love you too. Yesterday will be a memory that I carry with me forever too. Friends, I was able to say things yesterday because of who my father is, and that you're here, Abba. That's why my Torah works. You are why. Really honored that you're here. So I'm going to talk about you, and I'm not sitting next to you in this moment, but what a gift it was to sit with you yesterday. Okay, good luck to me finishing the thought I was starting a second ago. The gift of this week's portion and next week's is that we get to really review the material from last time we went through it, meaning Parshat Truma and Parshat Tetzaveh 3 and 2 weeks ago give us the instructions for building the Mishkan, building the tabernacle, building the furniture, creating the clothing for the high priests. We're then interrupted in that instruction with some very deep and troubling narratives, including the golden calf. And then we come back to the instructions as they are implemented. But the way that it is introduced is really, really interesting because you might gloss over it. In fact, most times when we read, at least when I read this verse, the very first one of this week's Parsha, VaYakhel Moshe et kol adat b'nei Yisrael vayomer alehem el hadvarim asher tziva Adonai la'asot otam. It doesn't grab us because it's so normal sounding for Torah. Here's the translation. And Moses assembled the entire assembly of the children of Israel and said to them, "These are the things God commanded to do them." What a beautiful thing it is to hear such a thing. But commonplace in the Torah. It's not common, it's extraordinary, but there's nothing that stands out necessarily. Rashi does us a favor. Rashi, the greatest Torah commentator of all time, gives us this favor and says, V'hu lashon hif'il. And this is in the grammatical form of hif'il, meaning the causative. You'll see why that matters in a moment. She'ino osef anashim be'adayim, because it doesn't say VaYakhel, and Moses gathered the people, even though that's the translation that so many of us have. It actually says very differently, VaYakhel. So it means Moses didn't gather them. Listen to what Rashi concludes this with. V'targumo, it's rather understood, ne'esafim al pi diburo. Rather, they are gathered by his speaking to them. And that is the way an ancient Aramaic translation, Onkelos, says it, va'achnesh, and he caused to gather. I know it sounds like such a nitpicky difference, such a small difference that it might even not be worthy of mentioning, but there is a big difference between someone whose style, let's say, is to grab everyone, do the assembling, the convener, as it were, and someone who causes through their words people to come together. It might be that in certain circumstances we need either, or sometimes both, but what a gift it is to envision Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses our teacher, as someone whose words just brought people together. It wasn't him saying, "Come together, here are my words." There's ego involved in that, and ego isn't always a bad thing, but it is an extraordinary thing to see its absence when someone's words bring people together. And in this way, I acknowledge, again, my beloved father, my teacher, Rabbi Gary Creditor, whose words, over the decades of his rabbinate, have brought people together. He has not been the kind of ego-driven leader that we witness in the world, not in any sense of the word. And in fact, yesterday, the book launch that I was blessed to be present with him for at the shul that he served so well for so long was an extraordinary moment where the words that people remembered hearing also brought them together. It is very special to see the enduring impact of words, especially when it was never his intention to gather them in a book, but the gift that he allowed me to give myself and the world too by offering them. Just as Moshe Rabbeinu, if you look closely, VaYakhel, his words caused people to come together. He didn't have to be direct or assertive or even aggressive, God forbid. He was impassioned, but his words caused people to come together on their own. What a gift that is. So friends, first of all, to have my father here on Facebook and my son Moshe Tzvi on Instagram tells me that we are a link of generations through technology. Moshe blessed us by being present at my father's, his grandfather's special launch yesterday, and to have both of you on my screens and the Torah that animates our family pouring through me too. That's the gift. So let's start a bracha of a different kind together, friends, on this, the 522nd day since October 7th. This, our 1262nd broadcast. This, the day before our precious community's 5-year anniversary, March 18th. May we be blessed to continue learning Torah all the time, and to do so in such a way that brings people together. Let's send our hearts to the east, sing to our sisters and brothers. Kol hod v'leva pnima, nefesh Yehudi homiya, ulefatei mizrach kadima, ayin letzion tzofia. Od lo avda tikvateinu, התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון Yerushalayim. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, my friends. Take care.